Hello, I welcome all of you to our coaching call number 28. In this call, I am focusing mostly on the exam content outline because that is very important from the exam point of view. I will revise how you have to study the exam content outline, and then we will do some questions from this topic. So, giving the overview of the PGMP first, we have 5 domains. Number one is program lifecycle, program strategy alignment, program benefits management, program governance, and program stakeholder engagement. All these 5 domains are covered in the standard for program management and also in the exam content outline. In the exam content outline, as you can see my screen, domain one is program strategic program management. Then we have program lifecycle. Under the program lifecycle, he has again 5 phases, like we have initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and closing. And also when we go to the standard, there we have studied 3 phases of the program, which is program definition phase, program delivery phase, and program closure phase. Under the program definition phase, we had 2 subphases, which is program formulation and program planning. And then under the program delivery phase, the key concept is all the components are initiated, authorized, planned, executed, closed, and transit within the program delivery cycle. The program delivery cycle cannot close unless all the components have been closed. And then at the end, we have a program closure phase in which we make the program final report, performance reports, and all the other things. In the then next is the benefits management, in which we saw that we do benefit identification, benefit analysis and planning, benefits delivery. This benefit analysis and planning and benefit delivery was in the program delivery surface, in which we are doing for every component. Then we have benefits transition, and then we have at the end benefits sustainment. The key point I told you in benefit sustainment was that is the only activity which is going even after the program have been closed, and only the program manager will be responsible to make the sustainment plan. And then after the program lifecycle is finished, the functional organization or whichever is the company responsible to sustain, do continuous improvement, is responsible to sustain the benefits. So same is shown in domain number 3. Here is benefits management, in which we are making the benefits management plan and benefits register. In the fourth domain, we have stakeholder engagement, in which the first step is stakeholder identification, in which we make the stakeholder register. Then we make the stakeholder analysis. In stakeholder analysis, mostly we use power interest grid to analyze the power and influence of the stakeholders. Then we make a stakeholder map we can use. Then we have program stakeholder engagement planning, in which we make the stakeholder engagement plan, how we are going to engage the stakeholders throughout the program lifecycle. And stakeholder engagement and stakeholder communication continued throughout the program lifecycle. Then the last domain is program governance, in which we have 3 activities: governance practices, in which we make the program governance plan; governance roles, in which we see, okay, like program manager, sponsor, steering committee, project managers, program management office, different roles we saw, in which role is doing what governance duty. And then we have program governance design and implementation, which is throughout the program lifecycle. Is it clear? A major overview, Rajan?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then coming the most important thing, cycle is program life cycle, because this is the longest domain, and also throughout the exam point of view, we will mix different scenarios, different concepts in the program life cycle. So in the program life cycle, we today we will go in detail about the controlling the program domain and the closing the program domain. So especially for you, Ibrahim, who are new to this our classes, the way forward is that we will read this echo here to tell you what are the keywords that you have to remember from these domains, and how the question will be made from this exam content outline. Because in exam content outline, normally we have 70 tasks, and minimum you will get around for 30 to 40% of the question directly from the exam content outline. Okay. Okay. Any question or we continue? Ibrahim, you have any question? Okay. So first, in the fourth domain we have is controlling the program, in which task number 25, irrespective of the task number, we have to see what are the contents of this domain. Number one, analyze variances and trends in cost, schedule, quality, and risk by comparing actual and forecast to planned values in order to identify corrective actions or opportunities. So here the keyword is that whenever he asks you to analyze the variances and trends, then we have to compare what are the actual results and what were our planned or forecast results. Then you can make the gap analysis, and then we will see what are the corrective actions we have to do in order to overcome and control the program. Then we have update the program plans by incorporating corrective actions to ensure the program resources are employed effectively in order to meet the program objectives. So what does it mean? Whenever we have whenever we get the corrective actions, then we have to update the program plans, because of this corrective actions the program plans will be changed, and our target every time is to get the program objectives. Manage program level issues, for example human resource management, financial, technology, by identifying and selecting a course of action consistent with program scope, constraints, objectives in order to achieve the program benefits. So we have to keep in mind whatever we are doing in the control, our ultimate target is to achieve the program benefits in alignment with program strategic objectives and organizational goals. This you have to keep in mind. Task number 28 is very important. It says that manage change in accordance with the change management plan in order to control scope, quality, schedule, cost, contract, risks, and rewards. So it means that whenever he will ask you how you will manage any type of change, that type of change can be either scope, quality, schedule, any type of change must be in accordance with the change management plan. Okay, so you will get a lot of questions from this topic. Conduct impact assessments for program changes and recommend decisions in order to obtain approval in accordance with the governance model. So whenever he talks to you about recommending the decisions or in order to gain approval, we are going to consult the program governance plan, or the in broad sense the governance model. So in the governance, the key words are the decision making things, and the authority who is giving the approval to make the decisions is coming from the program steering committee. Whenever we will go from one phase to another phase, from initiating phase to execution phase, or whether we have to start any closure phase, for example, the approval of the sponsor, or in a broad sense program steering committee, is most important and will be asked in many questions. In task 30, manage risks in accordance with the risk management plan in order to ensure benefits realization. So whenever he talks to you about any type of risk, this type of risk can be scope, quality, schedule, any type of risk. Whenever the topic of risk is coming, we have to manage in accordance with the risk management plan, not according to that type of risk which is coming to your question. Is it clear to everyone? This controlling the program domain 5. Rami, is it clear?
Yes, yeah. Sorry, I faced some issue with my laptop.
Okay,
That's why.
okay.
Now I will look at my laptop.
Okay. So then the last topic from the program life cycle is closing the program, in which the first one is complete a program performance analysis report by comparing final values to planned values for scope, quality, cost, schedule, and resource data in order to determine the program performance. So whenever we talk to you about the program performance, it means we need program performance analysis report. In general, you have to keep in mind whenever he will ask you to compare the thing, how you have performed, what you have done, what you don't have achieved, we have to go to the reports. So reports will tell you each and everything about the specific performance of the program. Okay, so here the keyword is program performance analysis report. They will tell you how you have done comparing the final values and the planned values. Obtain stakeholder approval for program closure in order to initiate close out activities. The close out activities we will see in chapter number 8, in which we are closing the cost, resource, procurement, and risk. But here in general thing, whenever you have to initiate a closeout activities, this is important. You need the stakeholder approval, and more specifically, stakeholder here is a program steering committee. So for initiating the program closure phase, we need the approval of the steering committee. Okay, this phase has been completed, program definition phase, whatever other phases have been completed, and now I want to initiate the closeout activities. So you need the approval. Execute the transition and close out of all program and constituent project plans. For example, program administrative, PMIS, program closure achieve, archive program documents, lesson learned in order to meet the program objectives and ongoing operational sustainability. So whenever we execute the closeout of all the activities, after this we know that benefit sustainment will be done even after the program has been closed. So that's why he's talking here about program objectives and ongoing operational sustainability. Task 34, conduct the post review meeting by presenting the program performance reports in order to obtain feedback and lesson and capture the lessons learned. So the meeting which is done, he will say you the how you will collect the lessons learned, or how you will in which meeting, in which type of meeting you will present the program performance reports. So answer is a post review meeting. He can give you the scrum meeting answer question, any team meeting, whatever will be the option. But whenever you are discussing after the program has finished about the lessons learned, that the name of the meeting is post review meeting. And task 35 is report lessons learned and best practices observed and archived to the knowledge repository in order to support future programs and organizational environment. But you have to keep in mind the lesson learned as for the current programs and also for the future programs. This we have in the another life, in another eco. But here everything what you have learned reported must go in the knowledge repository. Knowledge repository means like a database in which we are storing our all the knowledge, all the data that we have. Is it clear, Rajan?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I will just cover few of the benefits because we have some questions from that. But Ibrahim, the key concept for you in this call is to understand how you have to read the exam content outline. Okay, how do you identify the keywords from this and how you will give the answers. Okay, that is the main focus point for you. In the benefits management, task number 1, develop the benefits realization plan and its measurement criteria in order to set the baseline for the program and communicate to the stakeholders, including sponsors. So, which document will set the baseline for the program and measurement criteria is a benefit realization plan. Identify and capture synergies and efficiencies identified throughout the program lifecycle in order to update and communicate the benefits realization plan to stakeholders, including sponsors. So, whenever we are talking about the benefits, the main is the benefit realization plan. In the benefits topic itself, we have benefits identification step, benefits management plan, or realization plan is the same thing. Okay, so it will not confuse you in the benefits management plan or the benefit realization plan, but just keep in mind the thing that is the guiding principle, how you will execute that benefit is a benefit realization plan. Then we develop a sustainment plan that identifies the processes, measures, metrics, tools necessary for management of benefits beyond the completion of the program in order to ensure the continued realization of intended benefits. So sustainment plan or sustainment activities will come when he is talking about the continued realization of the benefits and benefits beyond the completion of the program. Okay. Task 4, monitor the metrics in order to take corrective actions in the programs and maintain and potentially improve benefit realization. So whenever he's talking you about monitoring something, we are going to control that things and make a corrective actions. Verify that the close, transition and integration of constituent projects and the program meet or exceed the benefit realization criteria in order to achieve program strategic objectives. So whenever he says you about benefit realization criteria, benefit acceptance criteria, it means that that is your benchmark. We can only say that our components have been achieved or we have achieved our required results when we have achieved the certain criteria, that is known as realization criteria or acceptance criteria. Maintain a benefit register and record program progress in order to report the benefits to stakeholders via the communication plan. So this is a very important task. How do you record the program progress? That is in a benefit register. Why? Because in a benefit register, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 benefits that we have to achieve from my program. And in the, I will record the program progress. Okay, benefit 1 has been achieved, 2 has been achieved, 3 not achieved, 4 not achieved. So whenever he talks to you about how do you, why do you maintain the benefit register, is for recording the program progress. Alternatively, he can say that you are recording the program progress by maintaining a benefit register, and then you will report the benefits to stakeholders via the communication plan. So whenever there comes up the topic of communication or reporting, it will be according to the communication plan. Analyze and update the benefits realization and sustainment plans for uncertainty, risk identification, risk mitigation, and risk opportunity in order to determine if corrective actions are necessary and communicate to the stakeholders. So we have to update the benefit realization and sustainment plans, because keep in mind, as a general principle, every plan is dynamic. We must keep on updating all the plans with the passage of the time. So whenever, whether it's a stakeholder engagement plan, benefits management plan, or any type of plan that we will study in all the topics, it's always can always be updated and look into. Develop a transition plan to operations in order to guarantee the sustainment of products and benefits delivered by the program. So the same transition plan, whenever it talks about transition to operations, it means a transition plan, and we have to ensure that the sustainment of products are delivered by the program. So this covers your main theme, how you have to read the eco and the program life cycle and the benefits management plan. Any question from anyone? Okay.
No, clear.
Okay. Rajan, can you see my screen? Question number 194.
No, I'm still seeing the echo only.
Sorry. Now, question number 194.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, Ibrahim, the rule is that I will start the counter here and give the answer before the timer in the chat box. Okay, and then we will discuss it. Okay, so here the keyword is that you have identified new risk. You will manage the risk in accordance with which plan? So it says to ensure benefit realization. So here the focus is on managing the risk, and we have seen that whatever type of risk we have to manage or coordinate, we have to do with the risk management plan. So here the correct answer is B, which is risk management plan. And only one thing, program management plan is a general term which is over the top. Okay, and under the program management plan we have every type of plan: benefit management plan, risk management plan, stakeholder engagement plan, procurement management plan, resource management plan. So but whenever he gives a question in which there is a specific understanding, like here he's talking about the risk, whenever he talks to you about the resources, there will be a resource management plan. So program management plan general will not be the correct answer. Okay, so you have to just focus on this thing. But most probably program management plan will be there in every option, because he will try to confuse you. So we have to see, okay, when there is a specific plan which is more appropriate, then that particular plan we have to select. Okay, 195 question. Okay, so here the question is, you are comparing, and also Ibrahim, the main thing that we always say to read the last line first. So the proper way of reading the question is that which report will you get by doing this activity. So it means that I already have the concept. The answer would be some type of a report: close contracts, financial closing statements, program performance analysis report, close program budget. Okay, I know the options, and I know that answer would be some type of a report. Then I read the question: you are a program manager for the construction of a new airport. You are comparing final values to planned values for scope, quality, resource in order to determine the program performance. So which report will you get by doing this activity? Close contracts, no, because contract will not give me any type of performance. Financial closing statement, this is only relevant if he's talking about the money, but here he's talking about a lot of things. So this is not the option. Program performance analysis report, yes, this can be the option because this is covering the complete program for me. And closed program budget is again only relevant to the cost. So here the correct answer is C. Right, Ibrahim? You know how we have to read the question and how we have to cover everything in that. Okay.
Yes.
196.
I think, sir, it is the same, no?
No, the question is different. He's talking about risk to the schedule.
Yeah.
During the recent phase of gate review, you have identified new risk to the schedule of the program, and it can delay the delivery of the intended benefits. So it means that the risk is regarding to the schedule, and it is affecting your intended program benefits. You will manage the risk in accordance with which plan to ensure benefit realization. Okay, so this was a tricky question because we are talking about the schedule risk, and also it is affecting my program benefits. So in this case, the key point he's asking is that you will manage the risk in accordance with which plan. So we have seen from the exam content outline, any type of risk, whether it's related to schedule, cost, quality, resource, everything, the answer will be the risk management plan. Okay, this you have to remember, in keep in mind. If he will say only you will manage the schedule delay, or how you will manage to complete, how you will manage to see the fast tracking of the schedule, or something like, when he's talking you of the schedule, how you will manage the schedule, answer will be schedule management plan. But at our stage, any type of risk, whether it is affecting any of the parameter, answer would be the risk management plan. So the correct answer here is B. Okay, 197. Okay, the program is near completion. You will obtain stakeholder approval for program closure in order to do which of the following activity. So it means he is talking about the stakeholder approval. So we should just keep in mind we are talking about some phase. We are going from one phase of the program to another phase of the program. That's why we need the approval to change over the things. Okay, that is the first hint that he's giving you. Initiate transition activities. This can be the answer because this is the phase change. Initiate close out activities. That can be the answer. Initiate benefits delivery activities, but it should be program delivery activity, not benefit delivery activity, because benefit delivery is under the program definition phase. Initiate benefits sustainment activities is also specific to the one thing, but here we're talking about approval for program closure. So whenever we talk about program closure, the first step is to initiate the closeout activities. So that's why how you have to see all the options, eliminate the incorrect options and correct the right answer. So here the correct answer is B, which is initiate closeout activities. 198. Okay, Rajan, read the question.
You executed the transition and closeout of all program and constituent project plans in order to meet program objectives and which of the following activity? You are a program manager for a construction of a new airport. The program is near completion. You executed the transition and closeout of all program and constituent project plans to meet program objectives and which of the following activity?
So it means that answer would be some type of an activity that we are going to do once all the things have been closed. So once everything have been program has been closed, or the what is the only activity which can be done once the program is closed?
Document lessons learned.
No. Document lesson learned is part of your program.
Ongoing operational sustainability.
Yes. Whatever is a story written here, I knew that you will somebody will give A, because stakeholder expectations, yes, it is required, but the why it will be eliminated, because it's not an activity. It's just okay, stakeholder expectation. I don't want to do any activity to make stakeholder expected. This is a general thing. But number one hint is that you have to do the activity, and document lessons learned, Ibrahim, is done during the program life cycle, because your program team members, your program manager is only available for your program during your program life cycle. Once you have closed out the things or your program have been closed, program manager is no longer available. Okay, so post review meeting is a separate thing, because we will see, okay, whatever the things we have learned here, but why we are doing the program, why we are doing the closeout activities and other things is for ongoing operational sustainability. Is it clear? Rajan, is it clear to you?
Yes, yes.
So whenever, just keep in mind, from the PGMP point of view, whenever he gives you the indication of crossing the program limits, crossing the program boundaries, first thing that should come in your mind is sustainability. Whenever he's talking to you about sustainable plan, this is made inside the program life cycle, and actual ongoing operational sustainability or something is done after the program has been closed. Next question, 199. So here he is saying that you are conducting a meeting by presenting the program performance report in order to obtain feedback and document lessons learned. As per PMI standards, what is this meeting called? So number one, post review meeting can be the answer because we are presenting the performance report and doing the lesson learned. So it is at the end. So this is possible. Daily scrum meeting is not possible. In the daily scrum meeting, we only discuss in the morning. It's coming from the agile. What you have done, what to do, and what was obstacles. These are the three questions in the daily scrum meeting. Sprint retrospective is also coming from the agile, in which you see, okay, how was my first sprint and what activities I'm going to do the next step. And kickoff meeting is usually in the beginning when he asks you about any type of meeting to initiate a new phase of the program or to initiate something. So this is done at the start of the activity. Okay. So in this case, the correct answer is A, which is post review meeting. Good. 200. Rajan, read the question.
Where should this data be archived? You are a program manager for the construction of a new airport. During the whole program life cycle, the team members should be encouraged to report lessons learned and best practices followed. This data will support the existing and future programs and organization improvement. Where should this data be archived? Now, if I take knowledge repository, I think knowledge repository is more about not about lessons learned, but more about like Confluence page, something like that. So I will rule out that. Program database ruled out. PMIS is more about like a tool where we choose which tool we use for
Yes.
change management, for knowledge repository, or for lessons learned. So that. So here the keyword that I picked up was where should it be archived. So lessons learned naturally lessons learned register, not any of these.
Okay, but if he is only talking about your lesson learned, then this lesson learned register can be there. But the important thing is that any type of a register is not used for archiving the data. Like if I say stakeholder register, it's not for archiving the data for the whole stakeholders. There's a running document. Same is with benefit register. You are tracking the benefits, but whenever you are talking about archiving something, this has to go in a repository. Repository means a database. The register is not for, let me show you. The register is, in a general term, the register is never for the repository.
Okay.
Let me show you. This is coming from here. Read task 35.
Report lessons learned and best practices to knowledge repository in order to support future and organization.
So in order to support future and organization improvement is second step, not important. But here we have to report lessons learned and best practices, observe and archive. So archive means you have a large number of data available with you. So this has to go to the repository. Okay. When you're talking about the lesson learned register, if we say that you are only documenting the lessons learned, in which document will you document it? That in that case is not repository, but it's a lesson learned register. You will say that you have identified a large number of stakeholders where you will document, or where in which document will you write the identify stakeholder. That is a register, stakeholder register. Okay. When we are talking about lessons learned, number one, and best practices. So this is not only focusing on lesson learned, number one hint. And secondly, all this data is being archived. So archiving is just like a computer is in a database or repository. Is it clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. So the correct answer here is D, which is knowledge repository.
So lessons learned register will be a part in knowledge repository.
Yes, yes. In knowledge repository, there will be a lot of other things also.
Like what you said as stakeholder register, risk register.
Yes. So on the knowledge repository, you will have all type of register, lesson learned register, benefit register, finalized benefit register, stakeholder register. This is all the knowledge that we have gathered from this whole program. And this complete package can be used for the new program. This is you have to consider the knowledge repository. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
201. So Rami, please read this question. This is very tricky.
Yeah. You are a program manager for the construction of a
Last
new
line first.
airport.
Rami,
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
read the last line. First read the last
Yeah,
line
this
always.
is what I did when I answered, but for all
Okay.
of them. Okay. Which document will be developed in order to set the baseline for the program and communicate the benefit to the stakeholder, including sponsors? Now here
Keyword.
the keyword, we can say this is to set the baseline for the program. The baseline for the program is it is benefit realization plan or any to communicate to the benefit. So when we are doing the benefits, so the baseline, the document to make a baseline, it's benefit realization plan, no?
Yes, correct. So here the correct answer is A. And how you eliminate it, which document will be developed in order to set the baseline for the program
Benefit,
and communicate the benefits. So in business charter and business case, they are not telling you how do you communicate the benefits, number one. And secondly, baseline and benefit sustainable plan will only come when he's talking about operational sustainability or continuous improvement. So we are not talking about anything in that. So he's just talking about the first document from the benefit, which is a benefit realization plan. Correct answer here is A. 202. Okay, Ibrahim, can you read the question? Not I will read. Okay. Yes.
You are a program manager for the construction of the new airport. Which document will be developed that identifies the process, measures, metrics, and tools necessary for the management of benefits beyond the completion of the project?
What do you mean by, so okay, in the question, what is the keyword beyond the completion of the program? That is my keyword. Okay, so we are talking about something that will guide me how I will manage the benefits once the program has completed. Okay, so number A, benefits management plan, benefits transition plan, benefits sustainment plan, benefit register. D is not possible. A is not possible because A is a very generalized term for the benefits, but here it is very clear. Why you gave B, benefit transition plan?
Yeah, because we are the keyword I looked at rosters, majors, metrics, and tools necessary for managing the benefits. So I am still thinking that it is into a transition phase.
Okay, no, here the keyword is beyond the completion of program, because which document will be developed that identifies the processes, measures, this, all the three documents, whether it's a management plan, transition plan, or sustainment plan, will have all these qualities that we are making the plan to identify the process, measures, metrics, and tools. This is common for every type of plan. Here, for the management of benefits beyond the completion of the program. So that is the keyword here, key hint which is telling you how I will handle my benefits beyond the completion of the program. And I told only activity or only step which is done after the program has been completed is sustainment. So it means after the beyond the completion of the program, after the program boundary, only I am referring to the benefit sustainment plan. So here the correct answer is C, not B. Is it clear? Benefit transition and benefit sustainment we are doing within the program life cycle. Only benefit sustainment will go after the program boundary has been closed. So it means whatever we will be doing after the life cycle has been closed will be referred from the benefit sustainment plan. So here the correct answer is C. So now we have the 203, the last question for today. Okay, so this was a straight question after that thing. But here again, which document will be developed that identifies the metrics, procedures, measures, metrics, and tools. So these all the four things you will see in every type of plan, whether it's a benefit management plan, transition, or anything, necessary to ensure the continued realization of intended benefits. In the previous question we had necessary for the management of benefits or continued realization of benefits beyond the completion of the program. Here again the keyword is whatever we will do beyond the completion of the program will be coming from benefit sustainment plan. So here the correct answer is C. So all these 10 questions are clear to everyone, what we have done today? Rami, is it clear to you?
Yeah, very clear. I answered all.
Yes. So Ibrahim, you understood that how we are going to read the echo and do everything?
Yes, yes. Yep.
Okay, good. So Rajan, is it clear to you this topic?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much for attending the call. So in the next call, we will come up with new questions. So in the meanwhile, please continue with your preparations that we are doing, and we see and hear each other. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.